Long story short, my mom had to start over completely when I was 8, 9.
Yeah.
So like started over from zero, basically. Actually worse than zero. I think a lot of people are watching this and their parents aren't very receptive to what they want to do, or social media being a job. Maybe more now. But when I was younger, social media was not a job. And that's all I was doing. And she saw it early because at 12, I was making a few $100 a month and having it sent to your PayPal. So you knew I was making money at a very young age.
Yeah, but not many moms who were struggling at the time, who were just, I mean, had some savings left, but my income wasn't really coming in. And I think that first Instagram was it 3 or 5,000? I always say it's 5, but maybe it was 3. So we're on our way from leaving Michigan at my parents' house to come back to Houston, and he's like, "Mom, I want to buy this Instagram. We've got to buy this Instagram." I'm like, "Later, son. We're flying out. We're heading to the airport." "No, you don't understand. It's going to go away." So he was a good salesman from the beginning, and my dad always believed in us as kids and would let us try things and do things and would support us for our business ideas. So, anyways, I weakened and we bought it. But then you were making revenue, and I was like, "This is crazy. You're like making $300 a week. This is insane."
Yeah.
But sadly, you were so young and running it, and someone took advantage of you.
Somebody took advantage of me, took the password, stole it. So I lost all that money from my mom, basically.
Yeah, your mom lost all that money.
Yeah.
Whatever company or thing you wanted to do, I was always like, do it, because it's an education. Think about how much you pay for college. Like, I think that's where parents don't get it. Their parents are paying all this money, $40,000 a year, $80,000 a year, whatever it is for a college education. And so I spent $5,000, but Nathan got such an education and learned so many different things and met different people along that road that was really an education in itself, and it was a great investment. I told you, you are entertaining, you have a great sense of humor, that you could be in front of the camera. But not many people know how to be in front of the camera and know how to be behind the camera, be an administrator, be an entrepreneur, and run the business behind a creator.
Correct.
And I always told you it was better for you to be behind the camera and be an administrator than in front of the camera, because those people come and go. And which was true for especially that age, because young kids, they get burnt out, and then all of a sudden they felt like they had all this fame, and then no one really likes them anymore, and it really is a crush to them emotionally and psychologically.
When I was younger, it was really only you who believed in me long term. I barely even believe in myself, like high school teachers. Yeah. Besides maybe one or two.
Mr. Bala, maybe.
And I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to the feeling like not many people believe in you, or just that you're a misfit. I mean, I had first 2 years of high school, I had no friends. Super horribly bullied at the school I went to. And
you know what I remember?
Horrible grades too.
Yeah. Nathan had terrible grades. I was just telling this story to someone before I got here, that Nathan was always my problem child. My younger child was my easier child. And Nathan in middle school always was getting in trouble. I was at the principal's office. And then freshman year, he had broke the record for demerits. I don't know.
Yeah, demerits in 1 year.
Yeah, and then he had to go to summer school. I thought they were going to kick him out of school. But
Cameron's about to die, by the way.
But things started to click, and then he went to a 1.6 to 4.0.
Self-belief. Mm-hmm. Just literally putting in an extra 2 millimeters of effort. And that 2 millimeters is something I learned from a conference we went to, Tony Robbins.
Oh yeah, I took you guys to Tony Robbins.
2 millimeters of your golf swing changes your whole swing. 2 millimeters of effort changed my entire life. So, so it's just belief in yourself, sales. And
it helps to have someone believe in you, but you can do it even if you don't. Like if you're like, well, my parents don't believe in me, they think I'm crazy doing this. That's okay, because you know what? You can still believe in yourself and just keep towing the line and doing it. There's so many stories of different people who their parents didn't believe in them, and then all of a sudden they became successful and they're like, "Oh yeah, I believed in you the whole time." You're like, "No, you didn't."
Yeah, no, literally. And that happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
A lot of people come out of the woodworks and act like they believe in me the whole time.
So that was the story. The other story I was going to tell was you had gotten a bunch of followers on your, I think it was an Instagram or something. Instagram.
You're talking about high school homecoming?
And it was, I remember we were at I don't know, an ice cream place with that group of kids that, you wanted to be part of that group of kids. And he was showing his Instagram, and then they all made fun of you that it's not real, it's this and that. And then you got bullied because of it, because they thought, I don't know what they thought, or they were just jealous.
They just didn't get it.
Yeah, and I think they were jealous. And so then they they pulled away from you more, and so then you pulled away. You're like, all right, well, that's not making me friends and winning and influencing people, so I'm not going to do that.
I had no friends. Really, for 2 years.
You did. You had Blake Johnson.
I had Blake Johnson.
Yeah, the two of you guys hung out.
And that was it for a while.
But see, that was the thing.
I was a nerd.
Like, you could have a parent even behind somebody, but if they don't drink the water or take the Kool-Aid and they just sit there and they don't take action, then you're not going to get anywhere. I've been around people where you're giving them all the opportunities in the world and they don't take them. They sit there and you're like, why? You're so talented. You're so smart. Why aren't you doing this, that? I don't know. They just let life pass them by. So it's really not letting life pass you by. It's taking action every single day to do something. And even if it fails, it's okay because you learned something, got an education, and then you move on and take the next action. Or you go, this wasn't really for me. I don't really like editing videos. Maybe I like doing something else. So you just figure it out, especially when you're young.
And I'm sure a lot of people are going to watch this and be like, well, damn, it must have been easy for you. You had a mom that was like this the whole time. But truly...
But only a mom. He didn't have his dad that was doing anything to support any of that.
Yeah. Me and my dad our relationship is better now, which is good. But back then, my dad didn't know about any of this. Which for you guys at home, it doesn't matter if people believe in you if you don't do it for yourself.
And if you're in school, I will say one thing I remember about Nathan especially.
I was horrible in school for a long time.
But breaks. So Christmas break. Oh, it's Christmas break. What's Nathan doing? Mom, I just signed up for an e-commerce course. I'm learning e-commerce on Christmas break. Okay. I'm selling massagers.
It's foot massagers. I have them in my garage still.
I know. So anytime he had down from school, he wanted to learn something that he was excited about. So pick something that you're excited about, that you learn a new skill. That's the one thing. You guys probably don't know who Jim Rohn. He's like the father of people that was life strategies and stuff. He said, you want to make more money, then be more valuable to the marketplace. How do you become more valuable to the marketplace? You learn more skills that are valuable in the marketplace.
Yeah. And I never read books. I never studied for anything,
videos for
but
stuff,
I watched videos.
Yeah.
I learned everything from watching YouTube, tutorials. I tutorial everything. I know how to shoot videos because of tutorials. I know how to edit because of tutorials. I know how to do certain things on social media because either I would do a tutorial and then I would actually go and execute. That's a big thing. My whole YouTube journey, this journey, started because John sent me a video and said, you should do this. And I did it same night.
Yeah, right.
And I uploaded it same night and I got 6,000 views. And that's the only reason I'm even here right now is because I was just like, fuck it, I'm just going to do it. And my mom has invested a lot in mentorship too and learning. Constantly.
Right now I'm in a whole AI program. I was just telling Nathan I learned this stuff.
Because I just opened up my coaching program and my mom is here giving me advice from all of her coaching ones of like what you should be doing. Set up groups, do all this, do all that to help people because it's helped you a lot.
I will say I was in Bitcoin before he was in Bitcoin.
She was.
Yep, I knew all about crypto before he did.
Before crypto.
So usually I'm ahead of the curve on. He's ahead of the curve on.
I guess how do you if a parent is watching this? If you're a parent, stay relevant. Mm-hmm. Or even if you're 17, 18 years old, keep tabs of what everybody's doing. Even if you don't like social media, if you don't like crypto, if you don't like any of the things that are going on, at least keep tabs on it.
Yeah.
AI is the biggest thing right now. Even if you're not using AI, you don't get it. Just kind of solidify yourself in it a little, just in case it's the next big thing. Same thing with like streaming right now is huge. Live shopping right now is huge.
Yeah.
It's like just experiment with those kind of things. And while you're young, even if your parents aren't pushing you to do it like mine was.
Yeah. And you know what I just heard, which is exactly what you were saying about what you teach with Clipper, was that the new thing for social media is not to just have one account, is to have several accounts. So they were using this corporate account, like they have their main corporate account, but then they have another account that's more like the comedy of their product.
Yeah.
So just different views of that.
Yeah. If you guys are out there, you're a little lost, put in that extra 2 millimeters, and even if you don't have a mom like I did, at least believe in yourself, stay up to date, or show this video to your mom, show this video to your dad, and maybe they'll adopt a little bit of this approach once they know that you actually want that.
Yeah, you have to show them that you're going to execute and take action, because if they invest and you don't do anything, then they're not going to invest in you again.
Last thing I said was, my camera died. Last thing we said was, go mow lawns, but if you have your dad buy the lawnmower for you, you bet your ass you're out there mowing lawns every day.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they're going to not take you seriously. The reason my mom took me seriously is because I did the things I said I was going to do. And I had that self-belief. And so even if you don't believe in yourself, tell everybody you do. Because then you'll fake it, and then you'll fake believing in yourself, and eventually you will.
And I'm going to leave you with the saying that Nathan always used to say, Mom, it's going to happen. The future just hasn't caught up with it yet.
Yeah, it's already happened. I would say that all the time when I was younger. It's already happened.
I'm going to have a Porsche. The future just hasn't caught up with it yet.
Time just hasn't caught up yet. And then now I do.
Yeah.
So, well, I love you.
I love you too.
Thanks for being in the video.
Thanks
This is
for
my mom,
asking me.
guys. If you guys want more content with my mom, let me know. See you guys.
I'll make a book out of it. Ha.
Yeah, there you go.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.